Well, to open the Wedgetail, we start by getting the handrail and a few other parts out of the pod. So this shock cord gets pushed down underneath there and the handrail comes out. Don't put it on the concrete, it'll get scratched, just somewhere soft. We need a couple of poles for the awning. And we need one for the entry weather shield as well. That's this one. You can get anything else out you need out of the pod at the same time. Close that up. We've already undone the throw-over latch on the other side, but before we undo this side, we go in here and get our handle, take the rope on, tension onto the rope because it didn't have tension just to protect the rope before, and now we can undo this throw-over latch. That meant it couldn't go down. So we just wind the pod down. That increased the floor area by 50% doing that. Next thing, we take the stairs down, door opens, you just pull, and that's it. Grab the handrail from where you put it down, it goes into its socket carefully. There's your handrail. Well, the winch for the hardtop is behind this door on the driver's side, so we'll just go in there. Handle there's on that little clip. You'll see the rope's loose. We always keep the rope loose because if you constantly got tension on your rope, it's just wearing it. So put that on there, take the load onto the winch. Now I can undo the front throw-over latch. I'm going to have to walk out here and just put the back one that's on the back as well. There's one at the back. And now we just wind it open. Once the hard top has wound open all the way, we still need to wind the rest of the rope off the drum. So I'll just do it this way. By the way, I've taken the baskets out so you can see better what we're doing. So you just do this and you just simply pull the rest of the rope off the winch. You can see all the ropes now off the drum. Just put the rope in there somewhere so it doesn't catch on things, and there we are. So as we wound the hard top open, went open like that, the rope wound up going up from that side to the ridge and out to that side. So now we want to get the sidewalls up, the rope's going to get in the way. That's why we wind the rest of the rope off the drum. So we've now wound open the hard top. As the hard top came open, the gas strut came back under compression, so it has sufficient force sitting on it right now to completely support the weight of the hard top, the solar panel underneath it or over it, whichever way you want to look at it, and the inner sprung mattress above it. So that's supporting all that. In addition to that, there's a wire stay at the front. You can't see it's inside the camper, but it's got a braking strain of 600 kilos supporting this, and one at the back, braking strain of 930 kilos supporting the rear. And then finally, because the whole bed is out here cantilevered over this area, just to give it that extra bit of stability. They don't have a lot of work to do, but it's still important. We put these two legs down, and for soft ground we put these pads down as well underneath. Now you can adjust this depending on how you feel. These pins, clevis pins, should always go from the inside out to their little R-clip like that. We've left it up a little bit so that when you walk on the camper floor, remember there's no stands down, so the springs of the camper, the ute, are going to go down. So that will just come down nicely then and sit nicely on the clevis pin. By the way, especially if it's raining, it's a good idea just to pull these corners of the canvas down like this. Don't pull on the little shock cords, always pull on that webbing that we've got there. The reason you do that is when you do open it up, if it's been raining heavily and there's a couple of gallons of water got there, they'll just dump to the ground and they can't work their way in next to your bed. Just a tip. Next job is to go in and do the bar work inside to get the whole thing set up properly. One thing we have is air comes in the front through a filter and pressurises the interior to keep dust out. So the next thing is these doors being outside like they are, the wind tends to blow over in thick bull dust and you don't get as much of a dust build up. But do this before you undo your doors. Give it a second or two for the dust to settle and you won't get a dump of dust in there. Just a way to help. Thirdly, it's your camper of course, but we've worked hard to keep the dust out. We always kick our shoes off before we go inside so we don't introduce a whole lot of dust. Well, welcome aboard. We have a light in here to make it easy to see what we're doing. So there's our light. So lift up the bar and the drop step goes down like that. So up the stairs we go. So this is the bar work that supports the kitchen side of the camper. The curtains wrap around the bars to keep everything safe. So you unwrap the curtain and the same at the other end. Now you've got two spreader bars here and this one, so you can control it that way. Turn it down and you simply push up like that. Just make sure that's pushed out of the way. Like that. I push on bar number 1 and then just to lift it up properly there's a bit of webbing, so as I push I pull on that, that just lifts it that little bit more. One last little push and this slides up into here. That's bar number 1 sliding in like that. Number 2. So as we push this bar we've just got to make sure the canvas is out into the corner there, it doesn't get trapped. And then we just give it a push. This is bar number 2 and it slides up into place there. So now we're going to do the bar above the bed. So simply come across the bed here. The curtains get pushed the other way. There are 2 Velcro straps holding the bar in place. And we simply just lift it up like that. And push. Push bar number 3 and it locks into place there easily, and you can see they're all numbered. Now bar number 4, give a little push and it slides into place as well, like that. Now we come down the stairs and there are 4 captured bars. They were captured bars up there. These are 4 loose bars. So they sit in here. So after bar number 4 comes number 5. And that goes into the back of the ensuite shower. That part at the top. So right over in there, it sees bar number 5. It then goes down, release the butterfly, and the pole goes behind the wire. So you lean on it, it doesn't want to line up with that clip that's got to go into, so you lean on it with your chest to bring it round, and it just drops into place there. Now, at the top here, we want that hook to line up that away, because the bar's going to go in there, and just don't have a full tension on it because we want to clip something over there in a minute. So we'll lock that off like that. That's bar number 5. Now bar number 6 is a 2-part bar. It's 6A and 6B, so you can see them on there, 6A and 6B. So 6A goes across the back here. You see it goes in the back of the shower through like that and clips onto number 5. That's why we wanted that corner a little bit loose so it could clip onto it like that. Now there's a little sticker on here, it's a bit hard to see, but it says loosen and tighten. So loosen and pull that across to that corner and tighten. All right. Now we simply hold this corner up, turn that up, that's 6B, and it says loosen and tighten. So loosen and put it up into a little hole that's up in there, like that, and tighten off. So we've got a nice tension to this corner. See there? Now at this point is important not to let go of this because you could bend that little bit of bar. So we grab 7, that's this one here. See how easy that was to do? We grab number 7, that clips into the corner there. And now I'm holding the load to protect all there at this point. Release down to its little locating point and lock it off. Now we didn't quite tension up 5 in the first place to allow 6 to go in, so I'll now tension that up like that. And finally we've got a really good drop on the canvas on the back here, but as it gets into the corner where the shower is, it's flattening out and it could pull a little bit of water. So to solve that problem, also the weight of the shower screen is pulling it down, so we put number 8 in. So number 8 clips on the back there. Don't try doing it this way, it's harder to get across. Down, clip on, turn it round, and it goes onto that one there. And that's it. Basically the camper's open. On the outside of the camper you need to walk around the camper and put all these shock cord loops into place, and there's a few press studs on this side as well to do, and just here a bit of Velcro. Now once you've done that, you've completely weatherproofed the camper. Well, this and the other pole there are the ones we pulled out of the pod when we first started opening things up. So here we are, and of the 2 ropes we also need for this awning over the kitchen table, we keep those on that shelf in there, in this back corner here, so it's just nice and quick to get hold of. So you can put this up in this lower position, this awning, so it comes down at quite a steep angle, so if it's raining heavily you can have your window open and you've still got an airflow through. Humid conditions, that can be good, but today we're going to open it up fully. I've already done the other side, so just bring it in about 8 centimetres like that, lock it off, and that goes into there. You put your rope onto the top of it like that, grab that and that and put that into there. You need to hold onto that rope fairly firmly, by the way, if the wind's wanting to catch hold of it, and that goes in there, and you simply put that onto the top bolt, and the same on this side, and that's it. There's your awning up. Now that position will stay the same so that the ropes still clear the doors even if the awning's low. There's your awning. The entry weather shield for the front door. This is the pole that holds it all up in place. I like to keep that black ball off the ground because it's going to get dirt on and go next to the canvas, so that's better. So twist to release, up it comes, and you'll see there's a mark on the pole we've got there for you. Lock that off. Same with the galvanised pole that's with it, that comes up and you'll come across a mark. There it is. Lock that off. Now the pole, the black ball part goes right up into the corner, right under the ridge line of the camper, like that, and we get that eyelet in the corner and push that through like that. As we bring that round, that's locked into place. It can't blow off. So you might have to adjust this a little bit here to get right angle. And I've got one of these things. Screw this little knurl screw into there. Now we just, there's a little sleeve that goes around there and one that goes on there. A little bit of tension on there into a little V block, and that's it. Rain can't drive in through your door. dry entry into your camper. So that piece of canvas that we used as an awning over the kitchen when the camper was closed to give us a bit of protection from sun and showers and things, when the camper's open, it seems a heck of a waste, so we can put the same piece of canvas out here and go straight out there to give us a really big shady area. Or instead of putting the poles at the end, put them back here and down and create a wall, so we can keep the afternoon sun off, or a bit of wind or rain or whatever it might happen to be. So 3 uses out of one little tiny bit of canvas seems all right.